This hate-motivated assault in Toronto's Jewish community is part of a violent nationwide trend. The man now charged, police say, is linked to several anti-Semitic attacks this month.
Just a few weeks ago, I was accosted by an anti-Semite who hit me with words that I can't even repeat. He accosted me with anti-Semitic language, and I feared for my life.
B'nai B'rith Canada says during the pandemic, violence against Jews is up 44%. And for a fifth year in a row, Canada recorded more than 2,000 anti-Semitic incidents, record highs expected to continue.
Fresh air disperses and dilutes virus particles, making it very difficult to transmit with any strength. And the liquid droplets that carry COVID evaporate in the outdoors. That's why, regardless of the fears, there was no transmission from Black Lives Matter protests in Australia. No transmission from Black Lives Matter protests in Australia.
A few moments later.
Thousands of lockdown protesters refusing to wear masks have been condemned this afternoon.
Police now fear it will become a Delta super spreader event. This Premier calling the protesters' behaviour utterly disgusting.
Strike force seasoned, which will see 22 detectives work from now until whenever it concludes, identifying as many people as possible who attended today's incident and have them charged.
The range of penalties, it may well be more significant than a $1,000 fine.
There is no doubt their voices were heard, but underlying the noise and anger, an irony that this potential super spreader on Freedom Day would only serve to increase their term of imprisonment.
That's what she pulls. She tells her to get up and she can't even get up. She can get up.
People are in hospital with COVID at present, and 43 are in intensive care, 18 of whom require ventilation. So this is a very serious disease. Of those 141, 60 are under the age of 55 and 28 under the age of 35. And of the 43 people in intensive care, one is in their teens, 7 are in their 20s, 3 are in their 30s, 14 are in their 50s, and 12 are in their 60s, and 6 are in their 70s. So this is affecting people of all ages with very serious disease. All but one are vaccinated. One person has just received 1 dose of vaccine. All but one are vaccinated. One person has just received 1 dose of vaccine.
Everybody wants to know the answer to is, once everybody is vaccinated, are we allowed to go back to life as normal? Will we be allowed to take the masks off, stop the social distancing, and get on with life? Well, not so fast, Mr. Journalist. Actually, the vaccine very close, and once we have the vaccine in your arm, maybe there will be a couple side effects. For instance, some people will get very fat. You will gain a lot of weight. Maybe, hopefully, you'll support some Chinese restaurants while you're so hungry. Also, some of the other, let me see here, some of the other side effects may be that you don't want to go outside. you actually you'll like staying inside, and if you go outside, it won't feel normal for you. That's how we're doing it. People talk about new normal, okay? So to answer your question, we're not going to be going outside anytime soon, and everything you do is going to be watched, and we basically own you now, big boy, and not much else I can tell you. Sorry about that.
This may strike your listeners as way out, but we actually believe that there is a colony on Mars that is populated by children who were kidnapped and sent into space on a 20-year ride, so that once they get to Mars, they have no alternative but to be slaves on the Mars colony.
Flying saucers!
These are very dangerous times. Our country's future is at a precipice. And that is why I've called together every QAnon follower in our town.
Let's forget it, Bob. The bad guys won.
I feel like someone pooped on my life.
They didn't win. We just recently received a new coded message.
You got a message from Q?
Not from Q, from the Chosen One. Yes, we saw him in the produce section of the grocery store. And he said to me, blow shit out your dick hole.
And you. Do COVID-19 vaccines have side effects?
You may feel some mild side effects. It's a sign that your body is building protection, and they should resolve within a few days on their own. Severe reactions to a vaccine are very rare. Find out more about the possible side effects at canada.ca/COVID vaccine. A message from the Government of Canada.
Movement, a state lawmaker came forward saying she was subjected to a colleague's sexual harassment.
Just 2 years later, she's now being called a perpetrator of that same kind of harassment. ABC 15 investigator Melissa Blasius live at the Capitol with this developing story.
Yeah, the pendulum swinging here. State Republican Senator Michelle Ugenti-Rita not commenting today, but what she and her female accuser said in legal deposition was a lot, and it read kind of like a soap opera. Since there was little business to address on the Senate floor today, Scottsdale State Senator Michelle Ugenti-Rita made just a quick appearance, then left early. In a sworn deposition made public this week, a lobbyist says in 2016 she felt threatened by then Representative Ugenti-Rita and her husband, Brian Townsend, her boyfriend at the time. Townsend also worked at the Capitol. Townsend allegedly sent nude photos of Ugenti-Rita to the woman. The lobbyist considered it a solicitation for sex from the couple.
It's just undermining to what we want to get done and diverts all of our attention. It's just a mess.
The deposition is part of a defamation lawsuit filed by former State Representative Don Shooter against Ugenti-Rita and others. Shooter accuses former State House Speaker J.D. Mesnard of omitting testimony of the lobbyist that was given to lawyers investigating him. Mesnard, now a state senator, says that didn't happen.
Why you don't wear mask? Show me your badge. No badge. Don't ask me to wear mask. 你知唔知 why I don't wear mask? Why 咧 Because people say no sick, no wear mask. Sick then wear mask. I no sick, 說 no wear mask 咯。No badge. 啊 ？No mask 啊 ？Don't wear mask 啊 ？Don't want to wear mask. Social distancing. Social distancing. Hello, I tell you 啊。Don't ask me to wear mask. Take my photo and video. I want to see your badge.
कमरे जो भी आए गया बच्चे फंस गए मर गए यार कितने गिरी गड्डी
Are we heading to another lockdown? Oh, well, I'm going to be making that announcement around fucking 1 p.m., but, not going to be a lockdown. It's going to be more of a shutdown, you know what I mean? All right, boys? That one's for the mandams there out in Six Buzz. But, yeah, pretty much we've just been shoveling fucking Timmies in my mouth. I just had about 3 bacon and eggers, and, yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty much done, probably for the day. Make the announcement, go home, take a big dump, and, yeah, try to support local business, and by local business, I mean large companies.
Premier Ford, what do you have to say to the thousands of local and small businesses that are now out of work and can't open their doors?
Well, the thing is, if you're a small business and you're struggling right now, what I want you to know is that we don't give a fuck about you at all, and we hope you all die, all right? Is that what you want to hear? Now let me go and have a double-double, and because that's what brings me happiness. My goal is before the end of 2021 is we're bringing back Roll Up the Rim. Good evening.
Allergic reactions to vaccines are extremely rare. Typically, we see them maybe about 1 in a million doses. For some of these vaccines, we're seeing 2 to 5 per million doses, so extremely rare. We believe that the reactions are to what's called polyethylene glycol and possibly the related polysorbate. You may not have heard of these, and that's because it is extremely rare to have allergic reactions to this. And people who have this are well known to their allergists because there's a lot of medications that are just even over the counter that they cannot take. So at this point, that's what we believe is causing the reactions, but it's a very rare allergy, so it's very rare to see.
Public places in the house. So if they want to be on their iPad doing a learning game or whatever that might be, it's only in the living room. They don't get to take technology into their bedrooms or into any private space in the house. And then the question of whether or not they're going to go on social media, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. My guess is social media is going to be very different by that point in time.
How do you think it'll be different?
Well, I look at TikTok right now, which is probably the fastest growing social media platform. And I see a massive regulatory battle on the horizon for a company like TikTok, that is powered by ByteDance, which is one of the most powerful AI engines in the world in China.
Yeah.
And I think about if I'm China and I want to create a problem in that area of the world, specifically a naval problem in that area of the world, in the South China Sea, I would probably want to utilize TikTok in order to influence the minds of Americans in a anti-U.S. propaganda, anti-Taiwanese propaganda effort in order to make any kind of war from the United States extraordinarily unpopular in order to defend
Yeah, there's all sorts of ways they can manipulate our media and what our people think.
In the medium term, we are working with the provinces to establish a national certification of vaccination status that will be easily accepted around the world for people who need to travel internationally. And that will involve working together with the provinces, because the provinces, of course, have your health data and your vaccination status. And we want to make sure we're both protecting privacy and protecting jurisdictions, but getting a clear federal notification that other countries can see that we have, that you've been fully vaccinated.
Y'all believe me now.
Go up the line to that big shit called the grinder. And it grinds it out and turns it into that shit. And then the hog eats it. This is what it looked like when it's done. The hog eat it, and then you eat the hog. All that. This is waste from different businesses, bakeries, cookie places, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of your favorite foods, but they just molded and old. Got a bunch of rats and stuff in them. Yep, they all going in here. Up the line to the grinder. Boom, 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 boom. How you say that? I got a little, you know what I mean? And for those of y'all who say, they pick the trash out, the boxes don't be in there. Oh, yeah?
I feel silly. They're not going to let us in.
Will you just come on? You gotta loosen up, Mr. Adler.
But this is the most popular place in town right now.
We can get in. Just... Come on, man. We've been waiting for hours. You guys have plenty of vaccinations in there. Just let us in, man.
55 and older and first responders only.
Oh, hey, we'd like to get in there and get some vaccinations, okay?
Are you on the list?
Well, no, I'm not on the list. I tried to get on the list. I sat on my computer 30 nights in a row trying to make a vaccination appointment and get on the goddamn list. Look, the thing is, we are school faculty, okay? You gotta let us in.
Sta arrivando la polizia. Quest'uomo.
Indoors, wearing masks outdoors when you come anywhere near anyone are all effective strategies. We need to stay the course, and I know that that is very hard for people, but we need to stay the course. But what I've also recommended is we need to do more. We need to redouble our efforts, and I've indicated to the government that we need an intensive vaccination program using both Pfizer and AstraZeneca in that area. And I would recommend to anyone across New South Wales to make a booking for AstraZeneca.
Wind was blowing off the Sangre de Cristo up and over the divide. We were driving down the highway 285. It was hot as hell at the tail end of August. I can still remember when I smelt them pines over Cool Mountain Water.